Welcome to mathematics class with Mr. Afolabi. In today's class, we'll be treating angles in a polygon. Now, let's get the class started. What is a polygon? A polygon is a plane shape with three or more sides and angles. And these are examples of what is a polygon. We have triangle to be a polygon, which is three sides, quadrilateral, four sides and four angles, pentagon, which is five sides and five angles, hexagon, six, heptagon, seven, and octagon, eight sides and eight angles. We have nonagon to be nine sides and decagon to be 10 sides. So now let's proceed. Now this is the formula for finding the sum of angles in a polygon, which is n minus 2 times 180 or 2n minus 4 times 90. They are both in degrees. This 90 and this 180 are both in degrees. This 90 and this 180, they are both in degrees. So now let's prove that this formula is correct. In our previous class, we learned that the sum of angles in a polygon, in a quadrilateral rather, is 180 degree. Having this to be 180, this to be 180. So if we sum it together, is 360. So we can use this formula to also prove it, which says n minus 2 times 180 is also another formula we can use to prove angles in a polygon. Since a quadrilateral is a polygon, so we can use that. Quadrilateral is a shape that has four sides. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. It has four sides. So now n is the number of sides. So the number of sides in this quadrilateral is 4. So therefore n is equals to 4. So from there, from the formula, we have n minus 2. The n is now what? 4 minus 2, close the bracket, times 180. 4 minus 2 is 2 times 180. 2 times 180 is 360. So which is the sum of angles in a quadrilateral. So we can also use this formula 2n minus 4 times 90 degree to also prove that it is the quadrilateral, the sum of angles in a quadrilateral is 360 degree. So I'll leave that to you to prove that. So now let's proceed. Now the question now says calculate the size of each angle in a regular heptagon. Heptagon is a shape or is a polygon with 7 sides. So the formula now says n minus 2, close the bracket, times 180. N minus 2 times 180 degree. This is the formula for sum of angles in a polygon. So now we have to calculate for each angles of a regular heptagon. So now heptagon is the shape that has 7 sides. So therefore n is equals to 7. We now have 7 minus 2 times 180. 7 minus 2 is 5 times 180. So 5 times 180 is 900. So therefore the sum of angles in a regular heptagon is 900 degree. So since it's 900 degree and the question says calculate the size of each angle. So for each angle now, we have to divide it by the number of the side. The number of the side is 7. So therefore the number of the angle will also be 7. So we are now going to be 900 over 7, which is going to give 128 remainder 4 over 7. We can also convert this to be a decimal fraction. So 128 whole number 4 over 7. That is the size of each angle of a regular heptagon. So now let's proceed. Now this question says the sum of 7 angles of a nonagon is 1000 degree. The other two angles are equal. Calculate the size of the other two angles. Now using our formula again that says n minus 2 times 180 degree. So for nonagon is the shape that has 4 sides. So we has now that has 9 sides rather, not 4 sides. So that's going to be 9 minus 2. So 9 minus 2 is 7, is now 7 times 180. 7 times 180 is equals to 1260. So from there, and the question says the sum of the seven angles of a nonagon is 1000 degree. So out of the 9 angles that this shape has, 7 side has already taken 1000. So it's now going to be 1260, which is the sum of the angles, minus that of the 7 angles, which is 1000. So 1260 minus 1000 is equals to 260. So now this 260 is for the other two angles of the nonagon. Now since the other two angles are equal, so now let's show that since the other two angles are equal, it's now going to be 1260, which is 260. Now we are now going to divide both angles by 2 since they are just 2. So 260, not 1260, 260 divided by 2. This is not there again, I'm sorry, this is not there. So we have 260 divided by 2, which is 130 degrees. So for each angle is 130, and for the two angles is 260. So I believe this, you understand this. So let's have some assignment to aid our understanding. So the assignment here are there. So I will want you to do it and submit it to the appropriate person. So thank you very much for listening. I am Mr. Afolabi. Have a wonderful day.